It's mid-November and check out the weather. This is why I love LA. You can ride even December with sunny days. You cannot beat this. You cannot beat this. Oh, look at this, man. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's mid-November and check out the weather. So today I'm going to be discussing the triple clamp clip ons and the Domino grips. How do they feel? Do they make a difference? And is it worth upgrading? So there's really not much to discuss about the triple clamp, because for me at least it's just aesthetics. It's why I did it, and also they have markings on it on the Melotti triple clamp, and I love these markings because I can align my clip-ons faster and easier and more accurate. I wish the Bonamici Clip Ons had markings on them. It would make things much easier. I went with the Melotti because I just like how it looks. Now I've heard some crazy things about an aftermarket triple clamp has different flexibility, and on turns the forks can flex differently and you get better grip and stuff. But come on, if that's true, I'm definitely not taking advantage of that. I'm not even close to that skill level to feel a different flexibility on forks. So whoever says that they're changing the triple clamp for that reason, yeah, they're full of it. So unless you're like pro level or something. But yeah, man, triple clamp is pretty much for me aesthetics. I like how it looks, way better than stock, and that's why I chose Melotti. If it wasn't Melotti, it would have been Bonamici, because I love how the Bonamici looks too, and also it would match the Bonamici clip-ons. I just wanted those markings, and those markings help me align them faster. So because the Melotti has the markings, I went with Melotti. Both amazing triple clamps though. Can't go wrong with either. I'm going to go over the clip-ons, of course, because that for me is the biggest upgrade. But before I do, I have to talk about the grips. I installed the Domino grips and I removed the stock grips. I can tell you this, they feel softer. They feel like I have a little more grip to them, but I'm not going to be keeping these grips because I haven't even ridden the canyons yet. I'm just commuting still to get to the canyons, and these grips are so thin, my wrist is hurting already. It's extremely thin. It's I don't know how someone can ride with such thin grips. So how many Harley riders are here? See, no one's getting pissed for passing them. No one's getting pissed. Everyone's cool. All riders are cool. Well, not all riders are cool, but you know what I mean. These guys are cool. So yeah, man, the grips are so thin that when I grip them, only my index and thumb are essentially gripping the grip. These three fingers, they're just floating. There's nothing there to grip. Especially with the throttle, I don't really mind the left grip because, you know, you don't really need to twist the throttle or anything. But the right, my wrist is already sore. And I haven't even ridden at all. So while it will look good, I prefer the aftermarket look of grips. They look more racy compared to stock. I don't think I'll be able to keep riding with these. I have to change them. I bought brand new stock grips, OEM Aprilia grips. Originally I bought it before I even ridden the bike because I didn't like the fact that the left grip here has a gap at the traction control selector. It goes an R660. So basically it wouldn't go all the way in, and I didn't like that. So I had to modify this grip. I believe I have a video of how I modified it. I'm going to put up the screen here to show you. Basically I took a razor, I cut off that red part, and then I made an indentation inside the grip to make it conical, to be able to put it above the traction control selector. So I was able to put it above it, but not all the way in, which is fine, because with it not being all the way in, aligns perfectly with the right grip here. As you can see here, you see the red part inside. Yeah, I was able to cut that, so I modified it to fit, but I don't think I'm keeping them. I'm returning back to stock grips. Now for the clip-ons, oh man. The clip-ons, man. These Bonamici Clip Ons. I mean, first of all, just go ahead and install them, man. Let me just start with that. Remove the stock clip-ons, install the Bonamici Clip Ons. You will be amazed of how the bike feels. Amazed. So basically, I had to cut the clip-ons about an inch on each side. Okay, you may not have to do that. On my RS660, I didn't cut the clip-ons, and I have the exact same clip-ons on my RS660. The reason I didn't have to cut them on my RS660 is because the RS660 tank is wider here. So my forearms and elbows, when I'm in the tack position and I'm grabbing the clip-ons here, they rest on the tank. On the RSV4, they don't. Because the tank is more narrow, they don't rest on the tank, which means when I'm in the tack position all the way in, and my elbows and forearms are in the air, all the weight of my body goes into my shoulders. And they feel like they're about to be dislocated. That's how much pressure I feel when they're not cut, when the clip-ons are not cut. So when I tested them with full length, basically full length would be where this lever protector would be. So I would have to grip it right here. It was too long, so I was very wide, and my elbows and forearms have nowhere to rest. And I had too much pain on my shoulders, so I had to cut them. So even with cutting them, they're still longer than the original. And the amount of torque, of here pressure left and right on the bar, you don't even have to put any force. You push and the bike turns. You push and it just turns. It's unbelievable, guys. At slow speeds, it will feel like you're riding a 600. It is, the difference is insane. I'm not just exaggerating. One of the first mods I would ever do would be the clip-ons, immediately. The stock clip-ons feel a little narrow, which is good because in the top position you're more topped. But if you want to make turns like this, and especially higher speeds, and when the turns come, it just goes in, man. It's just, you don't have to even push at all. It's unbelievable. Oh my God. Yeah, this, which at the track, this clip-ons, you will love this clip-ons at the track. on the tires. With these small pulls, medium speed turns, the clip-ons feel amazing. You're more in control. You feel more confident that you can make the turn, which is great. But I noticed with my RS660 when I installed the Bonamici Clip-ons, because they were longer, there's no room for error. And what I mean by that is that your body position before the turn has to be proper. Your thigh has to rest on your tank to get a lot of that force, of that braking force. Because if you throw all that braking force onto the clip-ons, because they're longer, there's always a chance you might push one bar more than the other, and it can throw you off a little bit. Same thing happens with acceleration. I've noticed that with acceleration, you can't rely too much on your clip-ons to hold yourself on. Your thighs have to be grabbed on the tank. Make sure, because as you pull back, if you pull back a little more left or right, it can throw you a tank slap. So yeah, they're more sensitive, what I'm trying to say. Let's see here at the canyons how they'll feel. Definitely less pressure. You have to be more cautious in braking. Definitely. Yeah, slow medium turns of the canyons, it's so much easier. You're gonna have a blast with these clip-ons, man. And the good thing is you don't even have to change the triple clamp. You can keep your triple clamp stock if that's what you want. If you don't want to go ahead and spend all that money on a triple clamp for no reason, aesthetics, just do the clip-ons. You'll get all the benefits. And these clip-ons are cheap, man. It's nothing. This is like 200 bucks or something, something. It's definitely worth the upgrade. Now to return back to the grips, while I'm riding and taking the turns of the canyons, I don't feel that the grips are thin. I just feel it after, when I have the time to focus on my wrist, and I feel that it's more sore. So yeah, I'm gonna need the OEM grips back. I have them home, I'll install them. This part was so dangerous, man. After the tunnel there, every time I made that left turn, I had to slow down because it was so bumpy. And if you don't know the road and you're a new biker coming these roads, coming off the tunnel with like full speed, you can get into trouble. But that was nice. They fixed that part finally. See, it threw me. It just threw my rear. It's exactly what I was telling you before. When you brake too much, because you have more torque on the levers, you can put more pressure on one bar and you can throw your rear. If you're not used to 120 miles an hour speeds, yeah, it's not gonna be nice. There you go, one more bump. Bumpy roads is a good training, man. Okay, let's slow down. That was some good adrenaline rush. A good wake-up call. This can't get old. Man, look at this. November, mid-November, sunny day in Malibu. How can you beat this, man? Bikers should get an incentive to move to LA. Period. They should get a rent incentive, a discount. If you can prove that you're a biker, you must live here. You know what, guys? A lot of people talk down on cruise control, but you cannot beat this. You cannot beat this. You know, you just stand there, wave people, have a cup of coffee, you know, and you just let the bike take you home, man. Okay, guys, so there you have it. Is it worth it? Clip-ons? Absolutely yes. If you haven't installed Bonamici Clip Ons, just do it right now, man. You will love how the bike feels. It is as if I dropped down the wheelbase by 5 millimeters. It's like you added wheels, forged wheels. That's how much of a difference it makes. So no exaggeration. Install clip-ons. See if the length is good for you. If not, you can always cut them a little more. You'll see how it feels. Triple clamp, your choice. If you want to install it or not. For me, it's just aesthetics. I love it. How it looks, how it makes a bike look. And grips, I mean, it's okay, man. I've been riding now for about an hour. It's okay. I'm getting used to it. I just, at some point, I have the stock grips home. I'm just gonna install them at some point because these are a little bit too thin. So much torque. The chassis twisted. Oh, look at this, man. Oh, we got Fast and the Furious here. Alright guys, back to my bike. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.